A new proposal by the city of Fresno could change what's on the menu when you visit Fresno's Tower District. Why some say restrictions on food vendors won't quell the recent uptick of crime in that area.
Southern California Edison customers could see an increase in their utility bills if the state's wildfire fund cannot cover the cost of damages from the Eden fire.
Language in SB 254 proposes strengthening the state's wildfire fund with an equal 50-50 split between utility shareholders and customers to cover liabilities and to prevent utility bankruptcy.
Why advocates for utility customers are calling last-minute changes to Senate Bill 254 a bailout for power companies.
The Pentagon tightening control of staff communications with members of Congress. Why employees must now obtain permission to speak with lawmakers, and what Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says could be at stake if they don't follow orders.
And we're tracking some rain as it moves through the valley today. Also, the possibility of thunderstorms out there for some of us, and a huge drop in temperatures. Details coming up in your Great Day forecast.
You're watching Fox 26, and now, Great Day.
We begin this hour with a live look at central Fresno. Today's high in Fresno will be 69 degrees, a bit of a haze as we see there, but as Justin is telling us, the clouds may be moving in over the course of the morning. Good Wednesday morning to you. I'm Liz Gonzalez.
I'm Carl Cook.
And I'm Justin Willis. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, it's looking like just a little bit of rain. It's not going to be much of anything, at least not right now anyway. There's a slight chance of thunderstorm activity out there too. So let's get to your day planner here and see how the day is shaping up. We'll show you where the rain is right now. And at the moment, the heaviest stuff is over in Monterey and San Benito County. But we've got a little bit going on in parts of Madera, Fresno County, maybe in Merced County too. Not a whole lot going on right now, just some light stuff at the moment. And here's what's going on condition-wise right now, temperature-wise anyway. It's 63 degrees and just some light winds going right now. But here's the rest of the day. So at 10 a.m., we're putting it at a 20% chance of rain there, and it's just kind of hanging out that way until about noon in Fresno. We'll be at 63 at 10, 65 at noon. By 5 o'clock there, it could still be some light sprinkles going on at that time, but it'll be 67 for us at that time. All right, so coming up, this next weather maker, well, we're going to track it for you. We'll let you know just about how much rain we're expecting out of this, and we'll also take a look at another couple of possible chances of rain in the near future.
Civil Air Patrol teams will be joining efforts to find a missing hunter from Selma today. As we've been reporting, 65-year-old Ron Daly went hunting in the Shaver Lake area. He was supposed to return home last Monday. He's now been missing for 9 days. Fresno County officials say authorities are exhausting every possible resource in order to bring him home.
The Sheriff's Department wanted me to communicate that they are very focused on the search efforts. They're doing everything they can, and there are still other departments, other counties who have resources here assisting with the search.
The Civil Air Patrol will be taking photographs of the current search area and then put them through AI technology to look for any kind of sign of him in the area. Magsig also mentioned that Air National Guard Black Hawk helicopters will also be flying over that area to search for Daly. There's a new proposal on the table to ban sidewalk food vendors for certain hours in one part of Fresno, and this is sparking a lot of debate. This centers on Fresno's Tower District. City leaders say health and public safety is at the center of the discussion. However, vendors and advocates say that this rule fairly targets a community that is just trying to make a living. Under the latest proposal, sidewalk vending would be off limits in the Tower District from 6 p.m. Fridays to 3 a.m. Sundays. In a news release, Councilmember Miguel Arias blames increased crime, much of it gang-related, along with open alcohol consumption and people doing business without permits. Viva Islas, the executive director of Cultiva la Salud, a nonprofit that works closely with Fresno food vendors, says that a vulnerable population is being punished for a problem that it's not causing.
So if you read this current amendment, it reads like the street food vendors are to blame for all the violence in Tower, that the street food vendors are provoking violence against the police, that the street food vendors are encouraging gang activity, right? Like it goes too far in terms of trying to create this narrative and justification that villainizes street food vendors.
The council is set to talk about this again next week. Isla says those who want to voice their concerns should attend. If that proposal is approved, the new rules would take effect December 1st. Now let's take a look at how fines could go up for street vendors without a permit. The first violation is a written warning. The second, a fine of up to $100. The third and fourth violation go up even more. The city of Fresno is encouraging all vendors to get licensed and permitted. That can be done online through the city's website. Once submitted, an application is reviewed and the city reaches out with more instructions on how to complete the permitting process. Proof of insurance is needed. Now, the vendor would have to undergo a health and safety inspection, and those permit fees range from about $150 to $300. Madera County is now a Second Amendment sanctuary county after officials passed a resolution. It symbolizes the county's support for the constitutional rights of lawful gun owners. Supervisor Jordan Wamhoff presented the resolution, saying it's in response to Governor Newsom's continued push for stricter gun control measures.
Is this a new law that we're enacting? No, it's not. This is just reaffirming that us as county leaders stand up for the Second Amendment and provide access to free training that we've always done, and expedited CCW permit applications, and essentially just telling the people that we value the Constitution, we value their right to be able to defend themselves and to be able to have an individual right to bear arms.
He went on to say those measures have made it increasingly difficult for Californians to legally own and use firearms to protect themselves.
Our time is 5:06. All right, so here's what's going on with our forecast. Yeah, we had some low pressure that's really drawing up a lot of moisture there and bringing us a good chance of rain across the region there. Some heavy stuff going on right now, though, over in Monterey, San Benito counties. In fact, some of those places are getting some hail right now. In fact, they got a special weather statement for that area because of what's going on over there. Definitely some thunderstorm activity happening there. This hail size right now, it's just under a quarter of an inch in size there. So some decent hail going on out there. And the wind speeds have picked up too, so a little stormy over there towards the coastline right now. And some of that could track into the valley, and thus we could see some stormy activity going on throughout the day for us in parts of the valley. It's going to be spotty stuff happening here, but right now, not really much of anything going on in the valley. It's all over towards the coast right now, and then some up in the higher elevations. We'll get a little bit of a break between now and then by about 8:30 this morning, we'll see some things picking up here in the Central Valley. Some light rain for us. There could be a little bit of thunderstorm activity in the southwestern parts of the valley, like Coalinga, Kings County. Those areas could see a little bit there. When we get to 11 this morning there, things could get heavy in parts of Madera County at that time, and then we'll get to later this afternoon where things will pick up a little further north. Snow expected in the higher elevations, just a little bit, maybe a light dusting up there, and then maybe some heavy rain up in the foothills and mountains of the North Valley. At 5:30 this morning. That'll kind of back off there for us by tonight. But then we get another chance coming in this weekend. Saturday, late in the afternoon there, could see a little activity in the North Valley at that time, hanging on until Saturday evening there. But then there's more. Monday morning, we could get another chance of rain there, light stuff happening. All these systems that are coming in are not expected to bring us a ton of rain, but it's enough just maybe to get your cars dirty. So, I don't know, maybe hold off on washing those cars for a little bit. Temperature-wise, here's what we got for you. Today, it's going to be 69 degrees. Yeah, huge drop. We hit 84 yesterday. We're going to be at 69 today, so big change in pressure there. Tomorrow, though, we're going to start warming back up there, kind of a warming trend there. 72 tomorrow, and then up to 78 on Friday. Now, normal high this time of year is 76, so just kind of keep that in mind there. We'll have plenty of sunshine, though, by this weekend, so that'll be nice. Up next, we're going to get a look at your highs and lows for today across the rest of the San Joaquin Valley.
It's now 5:08. The deadline to register for the November 4th special election has come and gone, but you can still vote. Here's how. You can go to your elections office, vote center, or polling place in the county where you live, and you can register right then and there and receive a ballot. Those ballots will be counted once the voter registration verification process is complete, all the way up to Election Day on November 4th. Remember that if you vote early by mail, you will receive a text telling you once your ballots arrived and been counted. And for those who are voting by mail, state officials are urging you to return your ballot to a drop-off location no later than Saturday, November 1st. That's because state law requires ballots be postmarked by Election Day in order to be counted. And since there is no mail processing center 50 miles from here, you do need to send it a day or two before. SoCal Edison could soon pass the cost of damage from the Eaton fire onto customers. Here, why one consumer advocate says the state's wildfire fund should have enough money to cover those costs.